All right, all you snowboarders of the internet, we're here, we're live, we're taking your questions. So if you got questions, get them in the chat box wherever it appears on your device. I'm going to try to answer them. Super chats get a spin of the wheel. No prizes yet added to it this week, but maybe next week we'll create something for you guys on there. Also, if anyone has seen or heard from Slim Whitman, please let me know. I'm very, very worried that he is absconded with his child and done horrible, horrible things to them. Yeah, so that's kind of where we're at on that. If I'm a little out of it, I got fucking rocked yesterday riding foot of fresh pow. I fucking drilled an ice boulder at full speed and launched myself like 15 feet. Feel like I'm beat. Also, if you haven't caught Natural Selection on Red Bull TV or on the Red Bull Snow channel on YouTube, you need to go watch it. I believe today they should have the finals up on there. If not, it's on the Red Bull TV app. But goddamn, I haven't watched a snowboard contest in years, and that was awesome to watch. Super, super stoked on that. So yeah. Also, give you guys a clue of what's coming for the Explained series. Oh, what's this? Oh, yeah. Yeah, I fucking cut a Gilson in half. Yeah. Yeah. God, these things are built like garbage, too. They're just straight built like garbage. I've been on a rampage tearing on Gilson, mainly because they did a Slayer collaboration, and I'm really pissed at Slayer about that. But God, these things are such fucking garbage. Like, that's the edge right there. It's fucking. There's like no laminate or no epoxy between that. On top of the fact the sidewall is crooked. Like, it's not consistently the same length, depth. It's fucking. God, that company is such fucking garbage. All right. Anyways, yeah, let's try to take some. Well, first off, we're going to start with the greatest super chat of all time from Jack Ripper. Satan loves you but hates Gilson. 666. Spin of the wheel. So, because this is how we roll around here. We got to keep this thing going, you know? Oof. R.I.P. to L. Stacker's Adventures. R.I.P. And we got another one. Super chat just for Gilson Destruction. Who the fuck rides these pieces of shit? Like, the only people that ever defend them are fucking idiots. Dude, I mean, seriously, the core isn't even the same depth from where it was cut on both sections. So it's like, it's thicker here, it's thinner here, but yet the main core is still same consistency. Same, like, what the fuck? Who's doing their quality control? Fucking troglodytes. That's who. No fat chicks. Saw a guy riding a directional rental board backwards at Copper yesterday. Yeah, well, hang on. Was it someone just sent me this because this is hilarious because it might actually. Was it this guy? Look at that thing. I guess having nose is a problem. Like, also, shout out to my boy Will Mayo over at Toe Pro Lifts. For anyone that's looking for a rope toe for their backyard, toeprolifts.com. Just giving him a free plug because he's a good friend. So, yeah. Ugh. Okay, let's take some questions here. I know there's some that are missed here. Okay. Ahmed Ali, difference between Mervin C3 and Nitro's Cam Out Camber 2.0. Which one is more technical and aggressive? It's going to come down to which board actually it's on and how the core is built more than anything for it. In terms of the shape of the camber profiles, you got like the slight dip of the C3 in there, then it comes down and then it flattens out. Where Cam Out, it's like, and then it flattens out a little different. So the arc of the actual camber section is where you notice it. With the C3, you've got that hinge point right in the middle, and it's very minimal. And with Cam Out, it's more just a standard arc. So let's see. Okay, Angelo, I find myself having to tighten my binding screws after about 8 laps. How tight should I turn the screws? It should be 3.5. If they're already loosening up, go get some clear nail polish, put it down the threads, tighten them right in, and you'll be fine. All right. Interesting. What makes a good side cut? Is it just simply the radius, or is there more to it? There's more to it than that. Like, I mean, if it was just the radius, we'd all be riding a radial side cut, and that would be it. So you've got to take in the camber profile, the camber flex points, core profiling, sidewall material, core thickness. If you're doing dual radial, tri radial, quad radial, if you've got any edge tech, like, grip tech from Arbor is a classic example of a tri-radial side cut, but where the radiuses meet, they just didn't blend them together. They just let them bump out. So you got to deal with that too. There's so much that goes into like dialing it in there. In certain side cuts, I've been on boards where the side cut is really good, but the flex pattern and everything is just so off. You're like, but they put it on a different board, and you're like, oh, this is nice. So yeah. Okay. Okay, Nick P. Ever have hands-on experience with Nidecker boots? I'm hearing they are good for narrow feet, but no shops I've been to, especially local, have them. I really don't have much hands-on experience other than like looking at them at trade shows. I've never actually even put one on. I've put Flow boots on, which is where the Nidecker boots came from. Like they just merged Flow into Nidecker and put the boots there. So there is that. I've never believed that they're narrow. Like everyone I've said is more, it's like they got like that regular, like little wider at the forefoot, narrower, like almost a V shape to them, which is pretty standard shaping. So that you're kind of taking a risk at that one. Okay, where were we? Okay, what do we got here? See, Elio. Hey, Angry, any thoughts on the Burton 3D daily driver, that or the Jones Mountain Twin? Well, the daily driver, I really have like no experience with. I'm trying to get some Burton stuff right now. I gotta talk to a few shops, and I'm trying to work something right now. So hopefully, like another week or two, I'll have. Hopefully, I'll find that. If not, but if you haven't seen the review of the Jones Mountain Twin, it's not the current one because they did soften that board up and change the shaping on it. I'm trying to get one of those to ride. I do like the Mountain Twin. It is like good for what it is, but when it comes to the Burton stuff, I'm just sort of like, so. All right. Let's see. Nate Perry shooting sports. Which Marhar board for someone who is mostly done riding park and wants to carve most of the time? I'd look at the Sasquatch. That's what I would look at, would be the Sasquatch. It's pretty much that. Your two options for directional really are the Sasquatch or the Woodsman. I think the Sasquatch would be the better one. And if you can find a last year's one, because it's actually better than this year's one, which I haven't put the review out of this year's one, but I need to. That is actually the better one. All right. Okay, Jason, recommendation for a true twin volume shifted camber board of 190 with a size 11 boot. Currently riding E-Jack, Wayfinder, and Lumberjack. Lumberjack X, too close to Lumberjack, trying to stay on the shorter side. It is. It's relatively close. It's like basically riding a Lumberjack with camber-ish under it. Realistically, I would say go look at a Party Platter. That would be the one that I would really push you to. I really like the Party Platter, especially if you're looking for a volume shifted twin. If you don't want to go as aggressive on that, then you could look at the K2 Bottle Rocket as well, because it's more like a medium volume shifted board. So those would be the ones I would look at. And oh God, from Cavius Billy. I would rather perform 2 full sessions of slow motion oral sex, SECKS, on my biological father in front of my entire graduating class than ride a faux king Gilson. Sadly, he probably would do these things to his dad. This is a man that wants to rape Kevin. Poor Kevin. Okay, we got Rod Kings with a PSA. Hey, angry. Just want to thank you. Bought an insole from Remind Insoles to replace my stock ones. Holy shit, seems like I'm another rider. No pain and super feel on power transfer. Thanks. Yes, stock insoles are garbage. This is a stock insole. What support is this giving your foot? Like, look at this. It's like a fucking piece of felt. It's worthless. Always replace them. And I had someone hitting the angry line trying to talk about the Pop Cush insoles from Vans and how great they are. Yeah, I finally looked at them. They're great if you're trying to suck up volume. Fucking this thick. It's about all they got going on for them. So there's that. So I see we got 90-something people in here. If you're just tuning in, you got questions, get them in the chat box. I'm going to try to answer all your questions. Super Chats, get a spin of the wheel, which I got 2 spins coming up. First one's for Jason. The next one's up for Cavi. So we'll see where we end up here. Ooh. Ouch. Remember, wear your masks. Winter Park just had an outbreak. We need to keep these resorts open. I know it sucks. I know you don't like wearing them. Wear your masks. Let's keep the fucking resorts open. I need this sanity in my life or I will kill people. All right, Cavi, let's see what we got for you. Also, I recalibrated the wheel today, and oh my God, I dropped the damn thing on my foot. It fucking hurt. Ooh, reverse spin again. Right. Fire cures everything. Okay, what do we got here? Clancy McIntyre, Ultra Fear, indoor survival for a park board. If you want to go super floppy with a little bit of snap, Ultra Fear. If you want more responsive with a better camber profile, that's where the indoor survival comes in. I love this year's indoor survival. Can't wait. I actually got next year sitting out in the hall. I need to ride it. So, yeah. Okay. White Slide. Thank you for your boot fitting 101 videos. Yes, if everyone hasn't seen that, there's a whole series on how to get the best boot fit. And I will be redoing those this summer. There's going to be a whole new redoing them because those were like first generation that I did and I don't like them. So I'm going to redo all of them. And I'm going to be doing a boot fitting 201, hopefully, for that. First time having a boot and insole without pain. Question, is there a shelf boot life? Just happened to get the Adidas, and they're ending their line. Yeah, you know, about 100 days is about the max you really want to be in a boot. By then, it's fucking crusty. I mean, you can push it a little further, but I'm talking roughly. By the time that thing's mushy, you're having problems with it staying tight. You know, your ankle's slipping inside of there. It feels packed out. It smells like a dying goat's vagina. That's pretty much when you want to really replace them. Okay. Carlos Enriquez. Stock insoles make good J-bars. Shout out to Boot Fitting 101. When in doubt, you need to make some J-bars. You got your stock insoles, cut them into the shape, and duct tape them on the liner. I have made all sorts of boot fitting modifications out of all sorts of weird materials over the years. So, oh shit. Oh, so close to Jumbo. So close. We got a loser. Ouch. Deandra Bragg, what's the best weed that'll help me float better in the powder? So you probably want something that's like grows naturally, but is kind of a laxative. That way you'll shit your brains out before you go ride. So there's probably like some noxious weeds that will help you shit your brains out. So like the lighter weight you are, the more likely you are to get on top of the powder. That's kind of the weed I would do. There's probably some herbal supplement. I mean, what you really want to be looking for is the white dude with the crustiest looking dreadlocks that speaks to crystals. He's going to know what you absolutely need, whether that's milkweed, ragweed, I don't fucking know. That'll probably help you. When in doubt, just buy the LA Miracle weight loss diet. You're going to lose 10 pounds overnight, and you're going to glide on the snow. So, okay. Kung Fu Haggis. Hey, Avran, just got a Super Pig on sale. Recommendation for bindings. So if you stick with Ride, I would look at the C8s on there. Otherwise, the Rome Vice is a good one. You could do a Burton Cartel as well. If you did Union, you probably want to go with a Strata. It might be a little more surfy than you would like. Otherwise, the now Recon would also match up well with that. Okay. Okay. Ryan Cohn. Hey man, I'm slowly getting old and brittle. Aren't we all? I'm thinking about a sports brace or something for my right knee. Any brands you like or advice for identifying something that will work for me? Knee braces are a lot like boots, and you got to find what fits you. I mean, obviously, if you can spend the money to get one that's fully shaped to you, and it really depends where you're going. I mean, if you're just looking for like a compression sleeve that slips on, you want to get the one with the plastic down the outside and the inside, so it gives more support just if you're twisting. And you want to get something that's got like a patella coupling on there, so it like comes underneath the patella tendon in there, and that'll help keep everything stabilized. That's what mine actually has. I've got an old Bauer Fiend that I use, and that keeps the kneecap roughly in place where I need it and keeps pressure on my patella tendon so it doesn't slip. If you're looking at like a full-blown sport brace and stuff like that, go the full custom. But if you're looking for brace options, buyabrace.com. I think that's what it's called, or getabrace.com, but I think it's buyabrace.com. It's my friend Alex's dad's company, which he's a surgeon. He's a knee surgeon, but this is his like side project. So that's where we all get everyone up here. We're just like, oh, our friend Alex will be like, oh, just check this out. And, usually we get a promo code or something, and that's where we go. But I think it's like buyabrace.com or getabrace or something like that. Okay, J-Rez, do wrap liners make a difference to how the boot flexes? Yes. Visual aids. Gotta have these. So what you're talking about here is you've basically got it burrito wrapped in there. So you've got a double thick in there in spots. So the flex, instead of having the cutouts like you normally would and that uniform flex that's going to go in there, it's actually a slightly more restrictive flex. It does stiffen the boot up a little bit more, but when it breaks in, it creates just specific flex points that are going to flex evenly with the shell. Versus when you have that cut in there in the tongue, if the tongue shifts any which way in there, it doesn't have, you can have different flex problems in there. It's not as much of a uniform flex. It's just like a more rigid guiding flex, if that makes sense. Ugh, all right. Okay. What do we got here? Ugh. Let's see. Mike Sierra, any Bitcoin advice? Yes, buy high, sell low. Not a financial planner. Fuck. If I was, would I be freaking riding snowboards for review? Ivan Drago, is the Ride A10 binding chassis the same as the A8 outside the high back? It looks that way. The only difference that I noticed was the A10s and the C8s, or the A8s that I have, had different discs. The A10s had the plastic disc, while the A8s had the metal disc in there. So there is a little difference in there, but it does relatively look the same. Obviously, different straps, different high backs in there. Which I've just finished writing all the ride bindings they sent me, so I should have those reviews filmed in the next week-ish or so. I'm taking the weekend off. I got worked hard yesterday. I'm still feeling it. So with it being President's Weekend and we're supposed to get feet of snow, as much as I want to go ride, I'm going to let the friggin' peasants have it. This is a good one. Damien Avran. My riding has progressed beyond my Capita DOA. I've moved away from the park and now more free ride with a hint of charging. How stiff is the Maelstrom compared to a DOA? 8.5 boot, 170 pounds, 54 or 57 thanks. If you're going more free ride, definitely go with the 57 Maelstrom. It is stiffer than the DOA, but it's directional stiffness. You're going to notice that you get a little more, it's going to be a little more rigid out in the nose, especially with that up kick. And then about just inside that front foot is where it really starts to change, and that's how it's going to do it. It's not a drastic difference. Like, you could pop from a DOA to a Maelstrom and you'd be like, oh, it's a little stiffer. I've just got to press it a little harder to drive it more in there. I think if you're coming from a DOA and you want to go more free ride, that's a great board to go to. Like I said, go with the 57. You don't have to worry about booting out on that rear insert pack because you're only an 8.5 boot, which that's the one thing is the taper on that board is a little aggressive. So it does, if you got like a size 10, you're really pushing it. Otherwise, yeah, I think you're solid. Andrew Wiggin. How about Buckhouse back at it, calling himself a pro again? You know what I think he really is? And it finally dawned on me. He could never be a pro snowboarder, and he knows that. So he's like, pro snowboarder goes skiing. Pro snowboarder goes mono skiing. He's a fucking closet skier. That's what it is. He's coming out of the closet as a skier. It makes total sense. I mean, he rides around with that friggin' Go pole with his GoPro on it. That dude loves holding on to the pole. What do skiers have? What do mono skiers have? Poles. That kid loves the pole. He's a closet fucking skier. That's what it is. It's his way of trying to come out of the closet as being a skier. That's fine, dude. You want to ski, that's fine. Just go take your kooky ass over there. Gilson will probably sponsor you for their bullshit fucking skis, and no one's going to give a fuck. But that's what it is. He's a closet fucking skier that loves the pole. I mean, if you really think about it, that kid really loves gripping the pole. Like, just that right into his face all the time. All right. Andy Walker gets a spin of the wheel. All right. Sugas, what insoles do you recommend? Personally, I'm a fan of Remind, but I think Remind is solid. Shred soles are super solid. To an extent, Super Feet are okay. Soul is okay. There's Imprint, which is okay. But the big two for me are Remind and Shred soles. Those are the two that I definitely recommend. All right. And wear your masks, because Buckhouse doesn't. Fucking mouth breather. What do we got here? All right. Hunter 1138T. What do you think of a Battalion Camel Toe 148 with a Burton custom binding? I'm 5 foot, 515 pounds, and I want to have a nice all mountain setup. At that weight, the custom binding will work for you. The custom binding is very much a meat and potatoes binding, but you're not a heavy rider, so that, if anything, that binding is probably going to underperform with the flex of that board. I would say you almost would be better bumping up to at least the mission if you had to, or if you can find them, a set of the Burton clutches. Those are solid as well. Okay, Andy Walker. Howdy, I'm trying to get my head around this. Have 32 Team 2 XLTs, high-end boots. Love the flex and power strap for my skinny cast, but your thing about the inner soles are dog, even on the top-end boots. 32, so like with the XLT, 32 actually does, because I think that's what their imprint 4 liner, might be the 5. That comes with a higher-end footbed, and you should have gotten it with it. I think that, at least I think that's the boot that has it, because I know on some of them it doesn't. But basically it's a footbed, and there's like these little cartridges that, hang on a minute. So on the insole, so back here there's like these little cartridges for the instep right there. So you can swap them out. They are better than other stock insoles, but by and large, yes, you should swap them out, in my opinion. I think that they're better than what they've had, but they're not as good as others out there. Okay. Chris, do you think the Now Brigade bindings are a good match with the Rome Party mod? Might be a little underperforming with it. I mean, it'll work with it. I would possibly consider going up to like maybe the Select instead, or the Recon. But that would be my take on it. Okay. All right. Okay, what do we got here? Oh, this is the worst. Jonah Erb just got his Party Wave Plus, and it came with the nose smashed. I hate FedEx so much. Oh, man, that is the worst when you get a board and they fucking damaged it. My personal favorite was last year when Capita sent me a bunch of stuff for review. I come home. They didn't even walk up the stairs to my apartment. The guy literally threw them out the back of the truck at the bottom of my stairs. The box was smashed open, and there was 5 boards just sitting out in the middle of an alley. It's like, the fuck are you people doing? Ugh, it's the worst. This is a really dumb question, but I kind of want to answer it. Dylan Deschler, can we get a rant on the current state of Lucasfilms under Disney and how Dave Filoni and Jon Favreau are saving the franchise? I mean, they only made the movies 4, 5, and 6, so I don't even know what they're saving. Nothing else exists. Also, Disney is fucking awful. Awful. They ruin everything. Literally, Disney is the Vail Resorts of Disney. Tommy Chan, hey Avran, I'm 5'7", 140 pounds, want to get a shorter size jib board. I have a 52 simulator, but it's a bit too stiff to butter for me. Any recommendations? Long bindings to go along as well, thanks. Drop yourself down to a 148. Pick yourself up like Capita Horoscope. Since you got in a simulator, you know what you're getting into with Capita there. Otherwise, check out the Nidecker sensor as well. Maybe, because I think there's like a 47 or a 48 ride kink. That might also be something for you. Check those out. And then as far as bindings go, you probably want something a little more playful in there. You might like a Union Contact. If not, bump up to the Strata. Otherwise, check the K2 lineup. Burton Malafida, and the now times yes. So, yeah. Yeah. So there's that. Jones Altitude. My vegan buddy got super offended by the Rozzy review from this morning. Well, he should go eat some fucking meat. Okay. Okay, what do we got here? White slide. Seriously, I canceled the Gilson order this morning after watching other videos. After seeing that cutout, glad I listened to you. Oh my god, I'm so glad we saved someone from that fucking horrible Gilson bullshit. Oh my god. Oh. So this is how bad they are as a fucking brand. So my friend hits me up. He works at a shop on the East Coast. And he's like, yo, I wasn't here. The owner wasn't here. The new kid was. Gilson came through and dropped off like 10 boards for us. We walked in and we were like, why did you take those? And they were like, the kid was like, they wouldn't say no. They didn't understand. So they just left them. I figured it was easier. So they had these boards sitting there and they were like, these things were built like shit. And they were just taking photos clowning how bad they were built. So they tried to get them back to Gilson. They're like, yo, come get this. We don't want it. We don't want it. We don't want it. Oh, no, hold on to them. Fucking Gilson just left them there. So they ended up just throwing them in the dumpster after drilling holes and shit through them so that no one would ride them. That's not the first shop that I know of that did that. One of the local shops here had that happen, and they were like, oh my god, we had one kooky kid that worked there, and when he got fired, he took a bunch of them, like he left on his way out, and we were like, oh my god, he took the shittiest thing that he could steal. They were so happy that he took them because they didn't have to deal with this shit, because there was another thing where Gilson just fucking left them there. But yeah. So for anyone tuning in, this is a cutout of a Gilson that I cut in half. And the sad thing is there's no consistency in their core profiling. The core is thinner on this side than it is on this with their soft edge technology, which means they don't have good CNCing. They have no quality control. Like fucking garbage. So glad we could save you. The world could save you from buying a Gilson. And this is the thing that blows my mind about Gilson was like reading one of the quotes on their website from now defunct. Lose a turn. Now defunct Snowboard Mag. This is the best quote that they have to like show how their promises. They're like, this design has pioneered a new future, one where you can expect both flex and pop out of the same snowboard. Who the fuck said that? Whose man is this? Flex and pop out of the same? All my snowboards flex. My snowboards pop. Some pop more, some pop less. Some flex more, some flex less. How the fuck? The fuck do you people like? What? This makes no sense. I can ride jib boards that have pop. The Ride Kink is a great example of that. Hell, I rode the Academy Propaganda today. Yeah, it was flexible in the tips. Still had a little bit of pop to it. Wasn't anything mind-blowing. But that board had both of them in there. Like, what the fuck? And I love it when I get one of their dumb fanboys that wants to argue with me, and they usually wear a Ruroc helmet, which just tells me they have Down syndrome to begin with, or they're mentally like a traumatic brain injury or something, or their mom is also their cousin. I don't really know. Like they got extra chromosomes and shit in there, but they'll be like, "But I like this board because it's very flexible, but I can butter with it, but it's really easy to turn with." Well, yeah, it's soft fucking flexing, but you're also skidding every fucking turn you have, and your edge doesn't engage because it's stepped up. So to get it on actual edge, you're losing that control. On top of the fact you have a thinner core profiling there, thinner material. It's going to be more chattery on edge. Like, are you fucking kidding me? And it's so funny. Most of the people that defend it, I was like, how many snowboards have you owned? And they'll be like, this is my third snowboard. How many have you owned? And I'm like, fuck, I got more than that sitting in my fucking car right now. Like, fuck. There's at least 15 snowboards in this room. Like, you want to argue with me? Like, sit the fuck down, Donnie. God. Like, Bloomberg Business gave him a quote. The wild designs from Gilson make shredding a bit more buttery and playful. No. All you did was take away edge control and make a fucking limp-ass noodle. Like, I get it. The guy named his company after his last name. Like fucking Gilbert Gilson over here. I get it. He's got a limp noodle in his pants. He doesn't know what Viagra is. I'm sorry you're soft serving everything and you don't understand that you can still have a board that's a little stiffer that's still going to be buttery in the tips. I should know. I got like 300 reviews of park boards where I'm like, it's soft in the tips, stiffer underfoot. It's like how you make a fucking park board. I don't fucking get it, people. Oh my God, just fucking. You know how bad it is? Like, I've been clowning him on Instagram. A company owner sent me a message and he's like, I literally want to throat punch them. And my response was, I will pay your bail bond to get you out of jail if you do this. Drive over there and punch him in the throat. Like, you know why they do all these bullshit collabs with like different resorts and sports teams and now Slayer for some reason, because Slayer's merchandising department's fucking stupid and hired it on there? Because they undercut every other snowboard manufacturer that would do a custom for them. They're literally probably charging $80 for a custom fucking board for them or whatever it is. That's literally what it is. And mind you, they're all funded by a fucking state grant from the state of Pennsylvania for rural manufacturing jobs. So they're not even spending their own fucking money. They're spending the taxpayers' money of fucking Pennsylvania so that they can get fucking more, so they can create more rural manufacturing jobs. Yeah, how many jobs did you create with your 2 fucking ancient-ass snowboard presses? Your shit's garbage. Clean your fucking cassettes. Jesus fucking Christ. Your shit literally looks like something I would have bought in 1995 that my brother would have pressed at the Function Factory. And my brother's dyslexic, so the graphics would still be fucked up. Like, are you fucking kidding me? Like, I don't get it. The fact that I can see finger joints in their cores, who the fuck finger joints their core? That's just a point where it's going to break. That's cheap shit. Like, fuck, I'd rather ride a Never Summer than this hunk of shit. Fuck these people. Ugh. Ugh. Okay. All right. All right. Here we go. Here we go. Gonna find some questions. Oh, God. Seth Burdett. Has anyone tried a triple camber like Never Summer has on the new Proto FR? I don't get how the camber between the feet can be engaged. Is it just typical Never Summer? I made a meme about this with Exhibit that said, yo, dog, we added camber to your rocker camber. Literally, they're running out of things that they can market that shit to because they fucked up that RC tech. They had a good thing going with the first gen, and then they moved the Vario grip inside the fucking camber. So what it does is it creates 2 hooky-ass points while making a board that doesn't flex evenly. Whoop-de-doo. So now they added camber, so you got like camber into another camber. You're not flexing it. At this point, you fucking made it obsolete. Just make your boards with fucking camber. I know the Hammer has it. At least I think that's the name of it. I don't know. All they did was literally trace a flight attendant shape and then produce their own fucking bullshit because they have no original thoughts in there. Like, fucking kill me now. Also, they banned me on Instagram. I can't leave comments on their shit anymore. I don't even know what the last thing was I said to them, but are you fucking kidding me? That's fucking garbage. Like, we needed to leave camber at that point in snowboarding in like 07. 08, so that we could redefine it and make better snowboards. We are all going back to camber now. I love it because we finally figured out a way to make it so it's not as aggressive. That's the thing, is it's like it still retains everything. These guys are just like quadrupling down on everything where everyone's going, yo guys, like the other thing is they've hit the apex of how many units they can sell. Like, they're not having the sell-through that they used to. I was talking to a bunch of shop guys, and they're like, yeah, dude, we used to just throw them on the wall, and people would walk in and grab them. Now we're, like, pushing on people, and they're like, no, I I want like C3 from Mervin, or I want Cam Rocker from Jones or something like that. Like, are you fucking, what the fuck? Well, let's just keep tripling down, quadrupling down. Like, fuck, dude. That company just like run by a bunch of guys that would rather ride their motocross. I mean, I swear to God, the owners and shit ride like what, maybe 3 days a year. They don't even fucking care. Like, fucking kill me now. Ugh. All right. Okay. Where else were we? Hawks fan, best all mountain twin from Liberganoo. I'm 43 years old, 5'6", 160 pounds. Love to charge hard on the main runs and hit the park in the backcountry. Check out the LibTech Dynamo. It won't be the true twin that you're absolutely looking for, but it's close enough. Otherwise, you could check out the new Billy Goat if you wanted to go a little more old school. There's also the LibTech Jamie Lynn. That might be another one up your alley right there because you're a little bit more of an old school rider. But yeah, check those three. All right. Tucker Harding, why can I only land back threes after a Zima on the chair up? And why are there no receptacles for spent Zimas at the top? There are. I mean, I don't know where you're going. They don't have trash cans at the top, but fucking, ugh. I wouldn't want to go there. Also, I don't know where you're getting Zima unless you live in Japan because the U.S. hasn't manufactured it for 3 years now. I've got the last stock of it loaded up. Well, I didn't. Randy did, but still. All right. Archer. Hey, Arvin. Well, my name's Avran, not Arvin. Reflex versus non-reflex Burton bindings. Can you explain this to me like I'm 5? Reflex. Flex point inside the disc goes bendy when the board flexes. Non-reflex. No bendy. That's all you need to know. Okay, Shug. This year I started using the Westmark camber at 155, 955 pounds. I find it difficult to get butters out. What board has a camber profile similar to the Westmark, just a bit softer? You know, you might like a Battalion Disaster. That might be it, because then you're going to get that up kick at that uprise fender, similar thing. You're going to get the 3BT at the tip and the tail. That might work for you. Otherwise, you might also like the Battalion Wally. Or not the Wally. Global Warmer. Wally would be too soft. Global Warmer. Check those out. Okay. This is a very important topic from Jimmy Ferris. What can I do to mitigate fart funk from coming up the chimney? Well, if you get a ninja suit and you tighten the neck down, it's just going to ball up inside you there. You're going to need to eat some take a Beano pill. That's what I recommend. I mean, you know. But hey, farts add 5 horsepower when you're going downhill, so let it rip. All right. Alex Weber, have you tried the K2 Hurricanes, and if so, what do you think of them? I have. They don't make it anymore. So I'm pretty sure they don't make that one anymore. Double check that really quick. But I'm pretty sure they don't make the urethane anymore. Anyways, that was like with the urethane in there, that binding was super playful. And let's see, binding. What do we got here? Yeah, because they replaced the urethane got replaced. That's right. So the big thing with the urethane was that it was that urethane binding and it had a lot of play to it. It basically got replaced by the lineup in some extent in some formula in there. It was always too soft of a binding formula. It's basically essentially a softer formula, so it's just like designed to have more lateral flex in it and whatnot. There's actually a review of it on angrysnowboarder.com. So if you ever want to check that out, you can always go there. All right. Mikhail Kornev, have you reviewed Capita's Kazoo Pro yet? Yeah. Have you done search? Search is an easy thing. Google, I'm on YouTube. Capita Kazoo Pro Snowboard Review, Angry Snowboarder. There you go. Like, fuck. It's not that hard. Declan W., do you have any parkboard reviews coming up? Well, today we just dropped the Jigsaw Elite. There's going to be the Rosinal Retox review. What else is in there? There will be the Endeavor Live, the Endeavor Board of Directors, which is just barely in frame. There will be a Ride Kink review. What else? Oh, Dinosaurs Will Die. Rat, Bullock, Quan, Wizard Stick, Perry, Karua Auto on Monday. Let's see what else is on there. Nitro T1, Nitro Super Team, Nitro Beast. So there's 3 more right there. So yes, you will definitely be seeing a few more. Ooh. Let's see. Greg Lemieux, Dynamo or Mercury? Both. Each has their purpose. If I had to choose for daily driver, I mean, I'm obviously a big Mercury fan, and I'm really excited to ride the Mega Mercury. So, okay. Okay. Seth Rob, what's the best bindings to throw on the Battalion Evil Twin? So you could do like the Rome DoD or the Vice, depending on if you want to go full wrap, heel cup, or asymmetrical wrap. Personally, I would probably go Vice. Love that binding. Like that thing, they revamped that so well. Otherwise, Burton Cartel would match up on that as well. You could do something like the Ride C8 if you wanted to. Union Strata to a point would kind of fit on there as well. So yeah. S2000 guy, 160 viewers midday. Black P-Tech should be outlawed. No way, man. Just ride boards with black bases. They're faster anyways. Stop riding over rocks. Ugh. Oh, we got a reverse spin again. Okay. R.I.P. to L-Stacker's Adventures. R.I.P. Shout out to my boy Billy Ray Valentine. I'm going to throw this over the mountain for you, bud. Okay. Okay. Caspian K. Is the 2021 Capita simulator stiffer? No, nothing's changed except they put an extruded base on it 2 years ago. Looking for a park board that isn't too stiff, can still butter, but handle jumps, rails, carve decently. Also looking at the S Jackpot or the Outer Space Living. Go with the Jackpot. That would be where I would go out of those ones. Okay. Dan Kelly, life's been coming fast lately, and I noticed I've been making excuses to myself about not getting to the hill. What do you do to keep the Stoke to ride? I literally have a mountain like a quarter mile right behind my house, like just right there. I ride every day I can, mainly for mental sanity. Some days are better than others. Today was not a good day. Today hurt. But you know, I don't let the excuses. It's like going to the gym. Everyone will get a gym membership and like, I'm gonna work out. They might go gung ho for a while, but then they taper off. It's like, dude, we're all gonna die at some point, right? Like we don't know. Like this is the way I look at things in my life when I have to do something. How much time am I giving to something, right? Because time is the one resource that I will never have more of. I can't make more of it. It's just going to progressively. I don't know how much I have, but when it's gone, it's fucking gone, right? Like I can make more money. I can get more snowboards. I can buy a new car. I can do all this shit. What I don't have is time. And that's the way I look at everything. So the way I look at it is, well, what do I want to do? Sit around and fucking watch some sports ball on TV, rewatch Ghostbusters 2 for the 1,000th time, watch the fucking Rambo marathon on AMC for the 50 billionth time, or am I going to go fucking snowboard? I'm going to go snowboard because at least then it lets me live in the moment for that one moment when I'm riding. And I don't have a problem with it. I give my time to it because even though I know I'm never going to get that time back, I enjoy it and I go out. And some days are better than others. Yesterday was a foot of fresh powder. It was fucking glorious. Today, I don't know what the weather was trying to tell me, and the snow wasn't as good as it could have been, but I still went out and rode with a friend, and that's just what it is. It's like you go out and you fucking ride. I don't make the excuses about it, but I've built my whole life around riding. I mean, I think today is like, I'm somewhere in the 60s for days on snow this season, which is way behind where I normally am, and I'm okay with that. It's a pandemic, it's fine with that. But I give all my time to snowboarding because I truthfully enjoy it. And that's the thing. Like, you have to look at it and be like, it's like working on your car. You might know how to do it, but do you want to go spend 5 hours working on one specific thing, or do you just want to drop it off, pay the guy to fucking do it so you can spend that 5 hours doing something else? That's the way I look at it. Like, I will pay this fucking money so that's something else. But like with snowboarding, I was like, I want to do this. I want to go give my time to it. I'm giving my time. It's like you guys giving your time to watch me right now. I don't really get it, why people find me entertaining or why anyone watches anything I fucking do. But I appreciate that you dedicate your time to it. I've hit this point where people that I've followed on YouTube and different people, if I don't like what they're doing, I just don't give them my time to watch it. It's fun. It's like I got better things to do with my time. Why? Because I'm never going to get that fucking time back. I'm going to be dead someday. I don't want to sit back and be like, damn, I sure showed them with my fucking 10 hours of watching their bullshit YouTube tutorial on how to screw in a light bulb. No, it doesn't. You know, like, if you want to make the excuses to not ride, then it just tells me that you don't care about how you spend your time. That's really what it is. Yeah. There you go. All right, where were we? Aaron snowboards. What's a L stacker? A troglodyte. A horrible troglodyte. A goddamn mouth-breathing cave dweller that somehow has become a succubus on online snowboarding. Don't ever go to Idaho to hang out with something like that. It's the worst. It's the worst. Ugh. Lose a turn. Okay. Global Pro. Hi, Angry. I currently own a DC Mega 153 and GNU Money 150 is my daily. Looking for a free ride powerboard, Dynamo, Gremlin, Orca size. Need something aggressive. 5'5", 150 pounds. All right. If you want aggressive, so the way I would look at it in terms of free ride POW, it would go Gremlin, Dynamo, Orca in that. Now, realistically, the Orca is what it is, and everyone's going to just sit around and jerk off on how great it is. It's fuck this year's. I don't even really give two shits about it. The Gremlin is more snappy, more powerful, has way more drive, is more aggressive on edge. The Dynamo will be a little bit more laid back than the Gremlin. And by that, I mean, it's still not a slouch by any means. It's just you don't have to be like, oh, I'm on my A game all the time. You're more like, oh, I can be a little more laid back. I can swoop a turn. Preferably, I say the Dynamo is probably like the sleeper hit in the lib line that no one really knows about. But if you want aggressive, go Gremlin, then Dynamo, then Orca. Ugh. Ugh. This is just creepy. Super chat from Kevy Spilly. I watch you because I like your face with kissy lips. Dude's gonna rape me. Loser. Marco purchase. Let me live in the moment. Spin that wheel. You sure you're just not an addict? Ugh, some of you guys. R.I.P. to L. Stecker's Adventures. Ugh. Okay, what else we got here? Conan Schwarzenegger. Hi, Avran. Would like to add an ASIM twin to my quiver. 59 Nitro Dropout, great board. 58 Mind Expander, great board. 47 Slush Slasher, great board. And use it to improve my switch routing. A simulator, finest, or greats. 185 pound size, 11 Burton boot. So the 11 Burton should have the shrink tech, so it'll fit. Personally, I would say a simulator, but I think you'll fit better on the finest, and that'll be easier with the camber profile on there to initiate. Fuck the greats. I'm just over that thing right now until they had a good version going, and then they had to make it fucking better, and they made it worse. Just not a fan. So. All right. Let's see. Oh, here's a good one. Waco, aren't we going to discuss the run of Marion Harity in natural selection? That poor girl. I was like, man, they brought a big mountain rider to a freestyle contest. She knew how to make a good powder turn. And for anyone that hasn't watched natural selection yet, fuck the X Games, fuck Dew Tour, fuck all those bullshit contests. This is the future of contests. It was just like the greatest fucking thing to sit and watch in a long time. But yeah, this poor girl, like, at least she tried a backflip on her final run. I mean, I get it. I knew when she was going into finals, I was like, there's no chance she's going to win. There's nothing. I don't even know if she knows how to spin a 360. Like, and that's fine. She grew up in Chamonix riding big, steep lines, which is funny because her board, the After Hours, is actually a really sick, like, powder freestyle board. Blows my mind. But, yeah. If you haven't caught natural selection, Zoe Sadowski-Sanat's last run, she came as the wild card, and she came to prove that, like, her being in the Olympics and competing is not what she's about. That was, like, so good. And then seeing Sparky win for the men's, like, that shit was solid. Also, Mickle Bang, switch method in and out of POW with the rock tap. Oh, come on. Fucking killer. Ugh. Okay, what do we got here? Yeah. Derek T. Hi, Avon. Living so close to the mountain and so many options to board, are there any other places in the world you'd like to visit and board? Yes, but here's the thing with me and travel. I don't like doing it half-assed. Like, I need to be comfortable. That's my thing. If I'm not comfortable, I hate fucking doing it. I hate traveling. Like, I don't it has to be on my terms, not like, oh, we got to rush here, we got to do this, we got to do that. Japan is on the table for where I want to go for hopefully 2022, probably like 2023. But I want to spend about a month there and do like 2 weeks in the North Island and then like travel down through the South, ride the train, hit all the resorts, go to the little ones, and do it. That's a big one for me. The other thing was Austria. I'd like to go to Austria, but I want to do like a full fucking season. Like I just want to disappear and be over there for like 4 or 5 months and ingrain myself in it and just shred every day. That's how I am. So my big thing with travel is I like to be comfortable and I like it on my terms. I don't like it like all my friends are like, we should go together. And I'm going, I don't necessarily even like riding with you like more than 2 days a week. You want to go do a 2-week trip together? Yeah. Okay, what else we got here? Okay. Curtis Foltz. How important is it to detune a new board? It's personal preference. I literally get new boards all the time to test. I don't detune them. I rip the plastic off, I pull the stickers off the base, put the bindings on it, and I go fucking ride. That's it. See, the big thing with detuning is some people, because you get that, it was really prevalent with old school traditional camber. You would just get that bite out at the contact points because it was so grippy. So you wanted to take it down just a little bit, especially if it had a fresh tune or anything like that, so that you weren't as hooky. These days, I mean, with cam rock or everything, you got elevated contact points going on. Shit ain't as hooky as it used to be. And like the more you ride, the more you're just like, just give me the fucking thing and let me go ride. So. Okay. Another super chat from Kevin Spiel. All I know is that to me, you look like you're lots of fun. Open up your loving arms. I want Avran's opposite of go. Oh, no. I'm being sexually harassed by men and women. At least I still have my homosexual sex appeal. I'll do well in prison. Wear your mask, and hopefully it's not something with a ball gag, Cavi. Wash your hands, too, people. Worry about all of you. Seriously. Andreas for the Angry Japan Fund. All right, well, let's give you a spin. What do we got? Oh, well, hey, medium sticker pack for you, Andres. All you got to do is email me, info@angrysnowboarder, and make sure you give me your mailing address, and I'll get that in the mail. Mail's running slow out here right now, which is another thing. I sent out the 5 sticker pack envelopes for the 5 potential people that were won that wired snowboard we gave away for last month. So I'm hoping that they should be getting it this week, but my guess is they probably won't till next week. But yeah, so there were some really cool people that I feel definitely deserve it. Like one guy lost his finger while setting a box at the resort. Got a lot of people that like a lot of injuries, and then COVID and shit like that. It was really tough. I had to dial it down. There was about 10 solid options, so to really dial it down to 5. But hey, 1 in 5 chance. I don't even know who won. I literally filled the envelopes, typed up a little letter that's like, hey, unfortunately you didn't win. And then I typed one up that just said, hey, you won. All you got to do is email me, blah, blah, blah. Send me a photo of this. So I'm hoping the person that gets it will be able to snowboard on it. We're going to be doing another giveaway for a set of 2022 Union Atlases. I wrote these for one review, so they've got 1 day on them, but they're pretty much brand new. And I'll take a Sharpie and fill in any little chips on the black for you. But yeah, this will be the next thing that we give away. Probably have a video out by next week, just saying how someone can win this thing. So yeah, we're going to do that. And then we're going to do some more contests here in the future. I'm thinking, because I've got that PBR Slush Slasher limited edition, got a couple brand new Rosinals, like a sashimi, There's an after hours and a jigsaw in there. I might give away a Karua. I'm working with my local shop on that. I might do something with that in the future, and I'm going to try to maybe do something with outerwear. But yeah, we're going to try to give away a bunch of stuff this year for all you snowboarders of the internet and support that, which I'd really like to see all the other YouTube snowboarders that are claiming they're making tens of thousands of dollars step up and fucking give away some real fucking prizes instead of goddamn cheap-ass Amazon goggles, but that's not going to fucking happen. I don't understand why these people have the followings they do when they don't give anything fucking back. You know who you are. So, yeah. What else we got here? Okay, we got Hunter 1138T. Angry, thanks for recommending my first board, the Rome board, and I got it 157 wide. Loving it. Finally laying down some trenches. Spin the wheel. Dude, I love the Warden. I have one. I have a 55. That ought to tell you how good of a board it is. They claim it's beginner, intermediate, and I own one. So. Oop, where are we bouncing? Ooh, lose a turn. Ouch, that's rough. Okay. Yeah. Okay, where are we? Story 3333. How are the conditions at Copper after starting to finally get snow? I could see grass off of chairlifts last month. Feel like it will be much better next week than it was last month. Fuck, dude, we got like 10 inches yesterday. It was fucking crazy. Yesterday was a surprise POW day, and then last week we got another one. Everything's kind of starting to reset, and then they're saying we're supposed to see 2 to 3 feet of snow through the weekend, which I was like, oh, great, just in time for President's Weekend. Every fucking idiot driving in that doesn't know how to drive in snow, which leaving the basin yesterday, I'm coming down the pass, see the tow truck, someone in a Jeep Renegade just like tipped completely sideways, Florida plates, just like whoop, right off. And I was like, wow, somebody got a little sendy on that corner. Like I was creeping down at like 25, 30 miles an hour. They had to have been doing like 60. I was like, I'll do 70 down Loveland Pass when it's clear. When there's snow, ooh. So, yeah, conditions are good at Copper. Everything's starting to fill back in where it needs to be. I mean, the good thing about Colorado is we consist, or in Summit County, we have an average of 350 inches a year. We just hit, like, I think 140 inches. So I was like, we got more on the way. It's going to come one way or another. So we'll get there. Let's see. All right, looking for something. Okay. All right. Okay, so we got a super chat from Derek T. For your ramen after a good day of boarding in Japan. Well, thank you. Eventually. Eventually I'll eat some real ramen. None of that American packaged bullshit that's awful. Stuff's awful. Remember to wash your hands, people. You're probably just dirty. I got grease on mine. I need to wash mine. Okay. Jordan, is Vanessa Tracy, or however you spell it, still alive, or did Slim get her? Watched older streams and noticed he came around more and she showed less. She's working. I talked to her today. So she's fine. She has a real job. She's in Montana. She's safe. Slim's in Henderson, Nevada. So I don't know. I feel like maybe Slim is not like our problem anymore. I've heard that he's been like pestering TJ and L-Stacker, and they're perfect for each other. They can fucking have Slim. So, you know, these things. So, oof. All right. Let's give you a spin. Oh, where are we bouncing to? Ooh, lose a turn. That's rough. Ugh. Zachary Dowdy, recommendations on a shop to get fitted for boots in either the Denver or Summit County area. Can I trust Evo? I mean, I want to say you can, but it depends who you get. There are some fucking idiots that work at Evo. There are some fucking morons at that store. It's going to come down to who's working there. But go to the Christie Sports in Littleton, and you are going to ask for Travis. And you're going to tell him Angry sent you. Travis is my old intern. I love that kid to death. I miss him every day. But yeah, he's at the Christie Sports in Littleton. He's the guy to talk to. I love Travis. If not, you might get Hollis. She's cute. You can hit on her. Tell her I told her that, too. She'll punch me next time she sees me. But yeah, the guys at the Littleton Christies are pretty solid. Let's see, who else is down there? I mean, I wouldn't go to the REI. Those people are fucking, they're the worst. So, yeah. Let's see. Okay. All right. Johan Asarov. Whatever happened to that board you tried to grind the base to the core? Ever finished it? It's sitting... No, it's not sitting there. It's in the other room. Just haven't been able to get into a shop to go take care of it. Once I can, we'll finish a part 2 on that at some point. It's just right now, safety protocols and shit. Just not having access to a machine to do it. There's a lot of stuff that I've started that I just need to finish at some point. Marcus was asking when he was going to film another Ask a Black Snowboarder. It's been like 3 years since the last time we did one. Fire cures everything, including your herpes. Okay, Michael Kulig. Snow has been so good in the West Virginia mountains this year. Got to ride the trees for the first time in 2 years on Monday. Good for you, man. I'm stoked you guys are getting snow on the East Coast. Remember, be smart, be safe, don't hurt yourself. So a lot of people are going gung-ho because they're getting snow and they're still hitting buried objects in the trees and stuff. I'm seeing a lot of that. So just be smart. You know, you'll get where you need to be. So booyah. You know the drill, Michael. You won yourself a sticker pack if you want it. So just email me, info@Angry Snowboarder, and I'll get that in the mail. Which, by the way, I got some new stickers. I forgot to grab one. I was going to show I got a whole new one that we're doing. So working on a few other ones. Okay. Where are we? Timothy AstraZeneca. Any of the Burton 3D stuff catch your eye or just gimmick that you struggle to wax? Well, I don't wax, so it fucking doesn't bother me. No, I've actually looked at a whole bunch of that stuff and just like how it's grooved. It makes total sense to me. It's not like a gimmick or anything. It makes sense, but conditions are going to have to be right. I mean, if you're trying to ride that thing on corduroy, you're probably going to be fucking miserable in there. I was actually thinking of, I'm trying to get some of that stuff to review, and I was thinking maybe I might pick one up to give away. I'm not sure, so we'll see. Okay, Zeppelin 481. Which corrective eye surgery did you have done? I had PRK surgery on my eyes. It was 3 years ago. 2 years ago? 3 years ago. Yeah, 3 years ago in November, I had that on there. So they went in there, scraped a bunch of stuff, reshaped a few things, and I'm able to see again, which is the most glorious fucking thing on earth. So, oh God, here we go. So yeah, okay. So Aaron Snowboards, what do you think about Tommy Bennett? Seems like a legit knowledgeable dude with good info, unlike some other kooks on the tube. I have a lot of friends that are actual coaches, and they have straight up said that he's a kook. Now, I don't know if it's because they're jealous that he has a monetized platform and he's figured it out. There's things he says that I just sit there and just shake my fucking head. Top of the fact of who he associates with. When you associate with Buckhouse, you associate with kookdom. And that's fine. Maybe that's what you're going after is kooks. I don't know. There are things. He's a chucker. His style is whack as fuck. He is just spinning to win. And he needs to slow his fucking rotations, put a little style, maybe throw a double shifty and a 720, and it would look good. I don't really have anything for or against him. I just know who he associates with, and I wouldn't want that around me. So I just avoid him like a bad case of herpes, which we should all be avoiding a bad case of herpes. I mean, they say 1 in 5 people have herpes, and there's 164 people in this chat room. So there's definitely people with herpes in here. That's not good. Ugh. What do we got? Where are we going? Where are we going? Oh, wait. Okay. Well, Aaron, you won yourself a medium sticker pack. All you got to do is email me info@angrysnowboarder with your mailing address, and I will get that into the mail for you. Please allow like 2 to 4 weeks for delivery because shit's running slow. Okay. All right. Konstantinos Karnopoulos. Yo, Avran, what do you think of the new Jones Aviator 2.0, and how does it compare to the Ultra Mountain Twin? I haven't been on it. It's lighter weight. That's the big thing that I noticed in there. It's like, it's got a bunch of crazy technology in it and stuff. I'm really curious to see how that thing will actually ride. I think what it's going to be is something like a combination of an Ultra Mountain Twin and the original Aviator with like newer technology. So like lighter weight core, probably a little more spring out of the tail, just once you load that up, but you're still going to have like that nose shape for buttering around on and whatnot. So, yeah, that's kind of where I'm at with that one. Okay, so B-Man 1818. Any tailbone protection you would recommend that does not look like I'm wearing a diaper? I fell on my tailbone the other day, and if I do it again, I will probably cry. Just embrace those tears, man. It'll teach you to never fall on your ass again. So Cirrus makes one that is very minimal, and it does have that triangular piece that comes down right over the tailbone in there. And the Burton, I'm not sure if it's Burton or Anon that does it. They do have an impact short that is more minimal in there. What you're looking for is probably something with D3O foam more than anything. I don't know. I haven't worn any in like 16 years, and the last time I wore them was because I did the same thing. I took a C rail on a quarter pipe. So there's like a C-shaped quarter pipe. Literally took it right between the cheeks and fucking couldn't feel my toes for like 20 minutes. I thought I was paralyzed. So, let's see. Okay. Robert Mills, any updates on the boot fitting 201 series? I'm still struggling with a high instep and need help. Boot fitting 101 and 201, if I do 201, that's a summer project. Like, the pandemic fucked everything up so bad. So fucking bad. On top of the fact, I'm literally taking a fucking vacation for the first time. Like, I'm taking the month of June off. Like, might live stream once a week. I don't know. You're going to get top 5 videos, but I'm taking them that month off right now, just for myself. I was trying to go to New York to see the family, and I was trying to meet up with a dog breeder to get a German Shepherd, but that fell through. So I'm back on the hunt for a puppy too. I'm trying to get a puppy in June, so I want to have a full month where I can just dedicate to working with it to get it trained where it needs to be. Let's see. Home Alone. Looking for a replacement for my 2012 Burton joystick. It was a blast while it lasted, but it's turning into a dead deck. Dude, you got 9 years out of that fucking thing. What do you care? You got your money's worth. Let it die in peace. So the big thing with that was the camber profile and the width. Joystick was actually a fun board when it came out for fun. But if you want something that's like an upgrade, check out the Arbor Westmark rocker. I think that would be similar camera profile, like that reverse in there. It's a little more grippy on edge. Check that out. I think you would be stoked on that. Colton Buchanan, did you get a chance to ride the Cabin Mountain Tools Peregrine this week? Thanks. Stuck in Ireland, likely won't be able to travel till October, so thinking of buying another snowboard to look at and rub. I did. I rode it last Friday. I got it into Waist Deep Pow. So basically, the way I can sum up the Cabin Mountain Tools Peregrine, because I haven't even filmed the review yet. I've written it. I haven't even put it on Angry Snowboarder VIP. The best way I can sum it up is a wider niche maelstrom that's slightly stiffer. That's the best way I can describe it. That thing rips fucking turns. It floats exceptional. The base is fucking strong as fuck. I drilled every buried tree and rock I could because I was doing a run out the Beavers at A Basin, and I came out on the run, and all I see is like this little head and an arm sticking out of a snowbank, and they're just going, 1 minute, 1 minute, okay, 1 minute, 1 minute. It was Ski Patrol taking down a rope to open a gate. So the guy opened the gate into some waist-deep snow through these trees, and that thing, I clanked everything on the way down. That thing is unsinkable until you fucking drill something. So I've been impressed with it. I think it's solid. I don't know if I'm going to keep it or give it away, but yeah, the Cabin Mountain Tools boards. I mean, it's the founder of Rome, so it's Paul Maravet's designing them. They're solid. So, all right. Let's see. Did I miss something here? Okay, Michael Cooley. Avran, watched the Jones Stratus review. Was wondering how it stacks up to the Nitro Dropout. It's a little stiffer than the Dropout. That's the big thing. It has better edge hold, in my opinion, than the Dropout 2. It's just, it's got the Traction Tech 3.0, so it's a 5-point magnet traction. You got the 2 contact points out at the tip of the tail, then you got 1 under each foot, and then 1 in the middle. So versus the power pods that the Nitro Dropout has. So the way to look at it like that is if you want it to be a little more loose on edge, you'd go with the Dropout. If you want to be a little more precise, you go with the Stratus. The camber profiles are a little different in there too. The pop is a little more relaxed on the Stratus than the Dropout. The Dropout's just a little bit more reactive in there. They both sit in the same category. Both ride exceptionally well. They're both super fun boards, so you really can't go wrong with either of them. Okay. Robert Mills getting a spin of the wheel. All right. Yeah, lose a turn. Kevius Billy, I want to be your dog. You probably just want to be walked on a leash, you freak. Remember to wash your hands. Wash your hands, people. Michael Dunlap, do you put your own structure in your base? I don't own a machine for grinding snowboards. Like that's like a $10,000 machine. I don't own one. I take it to the shop. So, when I do get it done, I always do like a slightly deeper structure with a crosshatch pattern. That's kind of where I go with things. All right. All right, my boy Billy Ray Valentine. How do you say it? I bought some actions for my gremlin mammoth next week. I'm here for the gangbang. R.I.P. L Stackers Adventures. R.I.P. Rest in peace. Yes. This is not a live stream unless Billy Ray Valentine talks about L Stackers Adventures. So. Oh, it was so close. It was so close. Fire cures everything. Tommy Chan, if I start a YouTube channel similar to Casey's, will you call me a kook? RIP to Slim. Well, do you ride like Casey? There's a difference there. Like, if you don't ride like Casey, you don't have anything going on. Like, that's the big thing with Casey is he can fucking ride. I've known Casey for 10 fucking years. That guy's been able to ride as long as I've known him. He's been fucking amazing. I've filmed him in the park on and off for a long time, especially back when we did the Parks and Rec series. So, yeah, no. If you can't ride like Casey, you're not on this level. You're just another vlogger at that point. Woo! Vlogging! Fuck. Imagine if I vlogged. My life would suck. Ugh. Fire. I'd have to fire myself. Karen Seraph, would you recommend structuring the base of a crew tranny finder or ride war pig, or are they fine as is? Leave the ride war pig the way it is. That did come with structure. The tranny finder does not. That's up to you if you really want to go that route. So, yeah. So. You know what? This guy's annoying me, so we're just going to put you in timeout. Welcome to the fucking Terror Dome, bitch. All right. I like putting people in timeout. It always makes me feel happy. Dan Ross, should I structure my slush slasher? Yes! Especially if you're going to ride slush with it in the spring. Put a deep-ass structure in that thing. You will thank me in the slush. So, yeah. G-Money, does the Rome Vice use a mini or regular size disc, and are they pretty lightweight? It's a medium disc. It's not like a full-blown mini disc, but it is smaller than there. I honestly don't know if a binding's heavy or light because, you know, I do go to the gym and work out, and I'm not a whiny little bitch about weight or a weight weenie like some of these people. So if you think a binding and stuff's heavy, maybe you should be lifting some weights or riding a bike or doing something to build up some strength. Yeah. Okay, Blake Goblin, do you know what boot brands would fit Hobbit feet? They're like Chode, size 8, and hella wide. After listening to your boot fit series, I don't think I've ever had a boot fit ideally. Vans run a little bit wider. 32s probably are the widest on there. If you can find the Burton Japan stuff, those for some reason have a wide-ass forefoot in there. The Solomon wides, but you have to make sure that they specifically say wide on them. If they're not, they're just a regular fit. That's not going to fit you. Certain K2s, so like the Masis Plus possibly would fit you, and maybe, I think it's the Holgate. The Renan won't fit you. The Thraxis won't fit you. The Darko, if you can find an old set of Darkos, or even if, I think they still make the Darko, actually. They would. Ride, that's iffy. I doubt they're going to do it. Deluxe will fit you, but Deluxe boots are... Northwave, their boots are fucking heavy as shit because they have so much shit in their Speedlay system. Nitro won't fit you. What else is out there? I think we just nailed just about everything that would work for you. So, yeah. So, I know we got 160 plus people in here. If you're just tuning in, get your questions in that chat box. I will try to answer them. Super Chat's get a spin of the wheel. We're giving away a few things. Don't be a dick. Don't spam. Don't be an asshole. Don't ask stupid fucking questions. And we'll go from there. Yeah. Let's see. Okay. This is actually really funny. From my boy Vincent Du over in Germany. Hey, Avran, we came up with the idea of Angry University. Could Ivan and I be the first to enroll? Well, you didn't come up with the idea. It's actually something that we were looking at. My friend and I were actually looking at doing one on sponsorships. He is a coach and sponsorship and marketing management for riders. And then I was looking at one for training shop people as well. And I was looking at putting together a whole course class for that, like on Udemy or whatever it is, or Skillshare or something like that. So I slowly looked at it. That might be something I do this summer. And then that way I can just leave it parked. And if people buy it, I can be like, yeah, okay, you're going to go learn something. My theory is that if I do a whole thing on like how to be a good shop guy, curated.com will probably buy the course and then use it to train all their people, since they already rip off all my reviews and anything I say to fucking for their expert staff to tell people. Fuck that company. Ugh. Ugh. Okay. Where were we? Looking for something here. Okay. White slide. Will you be doing a top 5 helmet recommendations? No, because here's the thing about helmets. You need to try them on. As long as they have a safety rating and they're not a hard hat, they're good. Lately, everyone's been trying to tell me that I need to do specific fucking top 5s, like top 5 boards for lower East Coast, low angle powder tree riding. What? Oh, get over it. And if you're wondering why you didn't get a top 5 this week, it's because I got fucking bucked yesterday, hitting a nice boulder at full speed. That fucking hurt. I got whiplash in my neck. Shouldn't have even ridden today. So, yeah, wasn't fun. All right. Okay, Avery C. I have a Captain Mercury for all mountain exploring and a GNU Headspace for park mainly. If I were to get another board, what should I get? I was looking at either a party board or a POW board. How about a party POW board? I'd get a Tellus backslash, maybe even a Ride War Pig or a Super Pig, probably a Super Pig in there. Let's see what else would be in there. I'd definitely go with like a volume shooter. You could even do it like a Slush Slasher if you wanted to. Maybe like a Roam Service Dog. You get like something in that intermediary space that's between your all mountain freestyle and your park board, and then it's just like a short wide for ride and pow. I mean, you could do like an Orca if you wanted to. You could do a Libtech short wide. You got a few options. So. Carson Monroe. What board would you ride on the natural selection course? I'd be riding the bench because my ass ain't hitting any of that shit. My friends Michael and Ryan got to hit it on teardown day. So my friend, they helped build it and stuff, which is awesome to see them get to go out and go hit it. And they are way better snowboarders than I would ever be. Like the only things I could hit on that fucking natural selection thing is the wide open POW. I'm not even gonna fucking front. And it was funny. I've seen a lot of people being like, I could hit that. And I'm like, I'm sure you could. But could you fucking land in waist deep POW? Like, I haven't landed in waist deep POW in forever. And I don't think I still have the skill set for it. I am a very shitty snowboarder. I would never ride the natural selection. I mean, I'd go through and like be like, oh, this is cool to like look at and go ride some POW. But that's kind of where I'm at. Ugh. The age-old question that I always get from Hawks fan. Now, what do you do with the demo boards you've rode? I throw them in the dumpster or a wood chipper, set them on fire, throw them out my car window, roll up on people in the terrain park and say, do a backflip, and if they do, I give them a snowboard. No, most of the stuff that I get is actually from my local reps. It goes back to the reps. I love my reps. I always try to return everything in the exact same shape that they sent it to me. I try to help them at demos. I try to make everything there. Or I take them from my local shops, Underground or Gravity, to ride them. And once again, I just try to plug those shops, do what I can, things like that. I am not a board hoarder. I'm not one of these guys like the Good Ride guys, from what I've heard, just try to keep every fucking thing that's sent to them. I'm like, what's the point? Like, this goes into something someone asked me. They're like, you should do like a top 5 list on the top 5 boards that you ride. And I was like, I don't even think I own 5 boards for myself anymore. Let alone, I don't. Most of my shit's old as fuck. Like my Rome Morton's like 3 years old. I just retired my Endeavor Archetype, and I got a new one of that. My backslash is hand boned beyond belief. I've got a first year K2 Cool Bean. Like I got a couple interior plane project boards from like 4. I think it's year 3 and year 4 from them, or maybe it's year 4 and year 5. You know, most of my shit's just like old and fucking haggard. Like, ugh. Okay, what else we got here? Okay, this guy's pissing me off. He's out. Boop. Well, yeah, don't bother pissing me off. Okay. Let's see. Okay. Bryce Johnson just got a beat up Dinosaurs Will Die rat for $100 with bindings and a restoration tune. Good deal. Just needed something to get me through the season. Dude, as long as the bindings don't blow apart on you, it's not coarse shot beyond belief. The edges are dented in. Like if you can ride it and for $100 and it'll get you through the season, do it. One thing I will say, keep an eye on the channel because we are giving away product. We're going to be doing a bunch of different giveaways. I know I'll have a video giving away these Union Atlas 2022s. So these will be getting away. I've got a 155 Rosinal Jibsaw, a 156 Rosinal Sashimi, and a 149 Rosinal After Hours for the ladies to give away. I've got a 47 Slush Slasher. We'll be giving away this set of medium-large Rome Vices. I've got a set of medium-large Rome 390 Bosses. We'll also be giving away a set of Union Forces. So, and I'm working on getting a few other things. I'm going to try to get some outerwear to give away. So for the rest of the year, I'm basically going to try to do one big giveaway, maybe 2 a month, just to keep everyone stoked. And there'll be different rules, different types of contests for everyone. But, you know, if you're hurting for gear, always keep an eye out for me giving away stuff. Like, this is one of my favorite things to call out all the other YouTube snowboarders. I mean, like Kevin Pierce over there at Snowboard Pro Camp, 500,000 fucking subscribers. When's the last time he gave away a snowboard? He's never done it. Oh my God, I'm going to give away a t-shirt or a free beanie. Oh, fuck you and your fucking $9 t-shirt and your $6 beanie. I'll fucking give away a snowboard just because it's a fucking Thursday. Get your shit together, all of you fucking people making money off snowboarding and not giving anything back. Jimmy Fuckhouse over there sucking dicks with his butthole, giving away shitty fucking goggles that'll make you blind. Fuck him. So yeah, my goal, try to get all you guys. We'll probably do a park board giveaway. So I think the park board, I'll do a park board next month, I think, when we hit the spring. Try to give something away for that. You know, and I know there's going to be other giveaways coming up and whatnot, except for maybe June. June, I might not do anything because I'm on vacation. Fuck everyone. That's my time. So, yeah. There we go. Okay. Let's see what we got here. Excuse me. Okay, Matthew Sanchez, looking for a short, flexy park board. Any suggestions? I already have a T-Race Pro. Depends how soft you want to go. If you want to go like ultra soft, Dinosaurs Will Die Rat, Battalion Wally, Nidecker Sensor. If you want something a little bit beefier, but still flexible, Capita Horoscope, Capita Scotty Stevens, Ride Kink, K2 Worldwide Weapon. You could do a Rome Gangplank as well. Let's see. You could do like a Rosinal Circuit, Rosinal Retox if you wanted a little more snap in there. The Endeavor Ranger is really good bang for the buck as well. You could do a GNU Money. There's the Battalion or the GNU Box Scratcher, Battalion Global Warmer. You got options. So you got options. So that's kind of key. Sorry about that. Something just popped up. Let's see. Keelan Schlief, what are the most underrated binding companies right now? The most underrated binding company, in my opinion, is Nitro. Their shit is so fucking on point. I need to get stuff in for reviews. I can't stress how good their stuff actually is as a binding company. Fixed to a Point is also like a slightly underrated is another good one. So, fucking mom. She knows I'm live streaming. God damn it, Lynn. So, okay. Let's see what we got here. So we got another question from Yigal Kamel. How does the GNU Gremlin compare to the Yes, the Y, or the Optimistic? Which would be the better comparison? The Optimistic. The Y is softer. So, the Optimistic, the Gremlin, they'd be really comparable to each other, especially with the way the camber profiles are. I think the Gremlin has more power behind it, and it's a damper ride. But if I was on edge, I'd rather be on edge on the Optimistic. So, yeah, that's kind of where I'm at. Let's see. Oh, God. Hello?
Avran? Avran, is that you?
It is.
We got the video done. You so I Slim, my man.
Hi, Slim. How are you?
I'm so to tell you it's been too long. How are you?
I'm okay. How's Harold Thierry?
That's great. This is a backseat. I don't have a baby carrier anymore, so I'm just using the seatbelt, but I'm using it safely. Harold Thierry will be okay. Okay?
Sure.
Listen. I'm driving right now. I'm driving to look. Harold Thierry and I have decided together. We have decided together to move to Silverthorne. Hey, Greg.
Oh, God.
In Silverthorne. We're gonna be in Silverthorne. Do you know where that is, David?
Yes. That's in the butthole of Utah.
I dare you. And it sounds like I'm talking funny. I bit my tongue today. I eat it on the way. We're in the car. We're driving to Silverthorne now.
Did you bite the head off of a squirrel? Is that what you're eating? Is squirrel meat?
Why you do this to me every time? Why you love me?
Oh, Slim. Slim, why have you been cheating on me with TJ?
Who told you this?
No,
don't talk to you. I am not. No, that is not true. I messed up, okay?
Did you?
I went to set and I said something. I'm sorry, okay?
I heard you and L-Stacker are gonna have some epic adventures.
I have to tell you the truth, Avran. I fucking hate you, but I have to tell you the truth.
You hate me, but you have to tell me the truth? Tell me more. Tell me more, Slim.
I did. You did.
Slim Whitman, everybody, he lives. He fucking lives. Oh my God. He lives. That's crazy. God. It's been too long since we've had a good Slim Whitman call. Oh my God. Fucking Slim. Oh God. Oh God. Slim? You're a woman? Well, we weren't sure what you were.
For a long time, I was a they, them. Okay?
God. So TJ is Harold. Harold Terrier's daddy is TJ?
I don't know. We don't know yet. I don't know.
Don't drive off a cliff. Bye, Slim. Oh my God. Oh. Slim Whitman, everybody. It never ends with him. Okay, where were we? Okay. All right, so we got a super chat from Michael Kulig. Snowshoe added 4 large bank slalom turns that funnel into a 40-footer right under the lift on one of their parks. Never seen so many people eat shit. Good lift TV. Well, you know what? I love watching people just die in the terrain park. Also, if you don't follow Park Crew Hates You, what the hell is this? Hello?
I'm trying to compose myself. Hey, man.
Oh, God. More Slim Whitman.
Listen. When my tongue is better, I want you to make sure Jenny Trang calls me, okay?
Oh, God. Jenny Trang. Don't drive off a cliff. Or do. I don't know what you do. Yeah, so if you aren't following Park Crew Hates You on Instagram, you need to, because it's the fucking best. I love it. I love every minute of that. Anyways, let's give you a spin. By the way, Slim called me from 2 different phone numbers. That's fucked. Ugh. All right. Well, you got yourself 2 mediums, which will be 1 jumbo. So, you know the drill. So. JRS, is Slim and Jenny the same person? No, they're not. I don't think. Maybe they are. Maybe Slim's trying to communicate with another personality. That would make the most sense to me. Ugh. Ugh. You know, I don't. I don't know anymore. Okay. Ugh. Oh. And of course, now my mom's texting me asking me what I'm having for dinner. What do you care, Mom? What do you care? You live 1,500 miles away. Okay. Actually, false. I live in my mom's basement. Okay, what do we got here? Any more questions? I've been here almost 2 hours, so if you got questions, let's get them in now in the chat box wherever they show up, because I'm going to try to roll out of here soon. Clancy McIntyre, help. Indoor Survivor or Ultra Fear for an all-around parkour. Just buy the fucking Indoor Survival. There you go. Go fucking ride. Okay. Okay, Home Alone. Do you have to get base structures redone? If so, how often? Can you do too many? Yes, you can grind through the base of a board. It will take a lot of work. Older boards that have been ground a lot tend to get it redone. If you hit a lot of rocks and you're getting P-Tex work on your board and you get it filled, yeah, get it redone. If you can take your fingernail and rub it side to side and it still makes like a slight zipper sound, it's like, oh, you know, you can feel it going in the grooves, you're fine. Don't worry about it. You would be totally fine. So, oh my God, Jesus Christ. Oh Jesus. Hang on a minute here.
Angry honey.
Jenny Trang.
For me no more, honey. You're saying everybody for me, honey. I'm not just knowing honey, but just you're telling me everybody, honey. You know, I'm thinking about you every day, honey. Telling your mom what you're having for dinner, honey. So tell your mom you're having me for dinner, okay? I love you, honey.
Jenny Trang. Someday I'll get a massage. Ugh. Okay, well, wow. You go weeks without either of them, and now they show back up. Okay, so yeah, so to get structure redone, you'll know when you need to. You can feel it on your base if you need to. Realistically, you could probably grind a board, I guess, is like 25, 30 times on the stone before it would probably kill it. Probably still wouldn't even kill it because fuck, we ran that one on the bait on the belt like a couple hundred times, and it didn't do shit. So yeah. Anyways, all right, let's take a few more questions here. Arturas231. Hi, Avram. What are your thoughts on the 2021 Rome Cleaver bindings? Are they that different from last year's Targas? Thanks. Essentially, they merged like the Targa something into it to make the Cleaver. That's one binding I haven't ridden yet. I'll get on it eventually, so we'll go from there. Let's see. What else we got going on here? Nico Blunk, what do you think of the 203 centimeter nitro cannon? I haven't ridden that one. I've ridden Big Pink, but I didn't ride the 203. I don't think. I think I rode, what is it, the 186 or whatever it is. I mean, it's a novelty board. That's really what it is. It's not for everyone, but it is solid. I mean, it's softer flex than most people think it actually has, too. Okay. All knowns. Avran, better board. Yes, Basic Decade or Endeavor Pioneer if you had to choose one for your all mountain deck. I'd choose that Basic Decade, which is now the NSB or whatever they call it. They keep renaming that thing, but that board is phenomenal. So. Okay. Arahant S. Probably tore my MCL. Any tips for recovery and getting back on the board? So the good thing about the MCL is it will regenerate unless they're telling you need surgery in there. Collagen peptides will help with that. Get an exercise bike too so you can stay nice and mobile in that and whatnot. I ruptured an MCL and rode a whole season with a knee brace on and was fine. I mean, and by fine, I mean it hurt. I took about 1,000 milligrams of ibuprofen every day that I rode, but I didn't die. So you'll be fine. You'll be fine. So, okay. Joe X, what would the best bindings for a LibTech Dynamo? All mountain free ride. Looking at Union Stratus. Stratus too soft for it. You'd be better off going up to at least a Force. You probably want an Atlas on there if you're doing Union. Otherwise, for me, in my opinion, I really think like a Rome Katana would be good on there as well. El Nolan's better place for a 2-month shred vacation. Salt Lake City or Jackson Hole, cost aside. Jackson Hole all day, every day. You don't have to deal with that canyon traffic coming out of Salt Lake and shit, dude. That place is all fucking cattywampus. So. Yeah. And for anyone that thinks Jenny Trang and Slim Whitman are the same person, they're not. Like they call into the Google number, I can see that they're coming from. They're not even in the same area codes. So, but I know that they're not too, based on just the weird time frames that they call. We got lucky today, but sometimes Okay. Also, I really am convinced Slim Whitman wants to kill me. I was really hoping he was going to go become TJ's problem, but yeah. Oh, let's see. Where were No, I think we're good on those questions. What do we got here? J-Raz, do you keep a list of people that want to kill? That list is too fucking long. Oh my god. Just with the ex-girlfriends alone. Oh. Oh. Then there's the booty calls. They're even worse than the ex-girlfriends. Then there's the teachers. Pretty sure like my 9th grade English teacher still wants to kill me. So the day I graduated high school, I told her, I was like, you're going to break your neck and have to retire from teaching. And literally the day before school the next year, a 40-pound box of books fell off the top shelf, slammed her in the head, compressed 3 vertebrae, fracturing her neck, and forcing her into early retirement. I shit you not. That woman wants me dead. So, okay, Joe X. Thank you. Left my ass off tonight. Great show. Well, I'm trying to keep you guys entertained. I'm just a fucking monkey in a box over here. So. Oh. Ooh, where are we bouncing to? Oh, lose a turn. Ouch. Oh, God. Johnny Chan, thoughts on the niche pyre? Is it just a POW deck? It's predominantly a POW deck. It's like you're talking about a volume shifted board. It actually carves really well. Because it's so fucking wide. You don't have to worry about booting out. But the big thing with that thing is it really excels in powder. So, all right. I'm going to take like 2-3 more questions maybe and then get out of here. Been doing this for 2 hours. So, okay. Don't care about that question. Okay. Charles Vaughn, how do Nitro teams compare to Flight Pros? So the big thing is going to be the actual flex in there. The Nitros will be a little more damp than the Flight Pros. You get more, you feel more with them. It's more lively binding. But the straps are going to fit different in there, and the buckles are going to just feel a little different. That's kind of the big thing with it. Overall, I think the team is a more well-rounded binding, though. Tony Allen, are most bindings made in China? If yes, why do we trash Chinese boards but not bindings and boots? I mean, if you want to trash Chinese boards, go right a fucking head. I don't. I'd rather ride a board made in China than anything made at the Never Summer factory, and I live in Colorado. Fuck. The bigger thing to be trashing is the fact that the Chinese don't take anyone's intellectual property seriously, and so they've been ripping off designs of boards and binding technology and boot technology and trying to pass it off as whatever their brands are. I actually rode some stuff from a brand called Cockerel last year. They were literally Nitro shapes, like to a T. One was a Nitro Cheap Thrills. One was a wood carver. And I showed them to one of the guys from Nitro, and he was like, oh my God, these are they have like our proprietary tech that we developed in their boards. And so, that's the big thing. But I mean, I'd rather ride a board from GP87, which, that's Telos, Lago, some Gentums, United Shapes, Weston. I'd rather ride their stuff than some of the stuff made in America, because I'm just like, it's going to be a little more lively. It has a better finish to it and stuff like that. But the only bindings I believe that aren't made in China are Union, and even then, I don't think it's fully not made in China. It doesn't matter, because I think we're going to see production for stuff like that move over to the Philippines, Vietnam, Cambodia, stuff like that. We're going to see that manufacturing move out of China. I think that's just the next wave of things going on with stuff. A lot of companies got screwed with Trump's sanctions and stuff. Plus, shipping was a nightmare. The Chinese Lunar New Year holiday, that screws up productions at times. It's just a whole thing. It's a whole series of things like that too. So, But I mean, the big thing is I always look at factories and I was like, are they producing something good or bad? I mean, there's great American producing factories. Marhart crushes it and whatnot. And then, Utopia up in Canada they produced a bunch of the Rome stuff that was super, super solid. But then you get like some of these crap ass factories like Munson or Prospect. Prospect is just straight fucking garbage. Just garbage in there. So, all right. What do we got here? Okay. I think we got all the questions I want to take for the day. So I'm going to get out of here. It's been 2 hours. You should get out of here too. I don't even know why I'm entertaining you people. I don't know what I do. Some reason you people find entertainment in this. Anyways, if you're new here, remember to subscribe, click the bell, get those notifications. That way you're not missing any of the videos we got coming out for all you snowboarders of the internet. And if you really like what we're doing over here and you want to support us further, swing on over to Angry Snowboarder VIP. I could tell you more here, but I got a video over there that explains it so much better. As always, I've been your host, Avran LeFeber, and I'll continue to be your host because, well, no one else over here would do a live stream. And I'll see you guys in another video.